Hello, today I'm going to be talking about and showing the weapons that we see in the newest Payday trailer that we can confirm are going to be appearing in the game, and later I'll be discussing possible weapons that'll be added into the game at a later date. Starting with the pistols, the first pistol we see here is a Glock, probably a Shimano 88 or a Strike 18, we can't quite tell. It doesn't have a selector, so I'm going with a Shimano 88, but I have footage of the Strike in the background because I'm hopeful that it's the Auto Glock. Second pistol we see is going to be the P226. We see it in the hands of Hoxton during the hostage exchange, but the better shot we have is of this shootout near the staircase. The third pistol we have is only a very brief glimpse at what appears to be a SIG P320 of some kind. I would assume this is maybe a starting pistol. These have been getting really popular in the world, so it makes sense that it would appear in Payday. Next we have the Bronco 44, only about a second later, same scene. We see Wolf walk out what appears to be a Bronco 44 in his hands. The last handgun that we can confirm is going to be the 1911 or Cross Kill, likely. It's going to continue to be called. We see it in a screenshot on the Steam store page. The second category I'm going to talk about is going to be the shotguns. The first shotgun we appear to see in the trailer is going to be the Locomotive. Here we have a very brief shot of it in the cinematic. Not much to be known about the Locomotive. I'm assuming that it's going to remain the sort of secondary shotgun. Assuming we still have a primary secondary system, it's probably going to remain a meta weapon, classic Locomotive. We see what appears to be a Rheinfeld throughout the trailer being used by the police storming the buildings. The cover art also depicts chains with what appears to be a full-size pump-action shotgun, which I can assume to be the Rheinfeld, so I'm going to strong bet the Rheinfeld's in the game. If it isn't the Rheinfeld, it's going to just be called something else. The third shotgun we see here is going to be what appears to be a Mosconi, some sort of double-barrel shotgun. The Mosconi was Payday 2's original launch double-barrel shotgun. If it is in the game as the Mosconi, I'm hoping that it's going to be a secondary weapon this time, because as a primary it was not great. However, that's to be seen. Many people have commented on what appears to be 3 shots fired out of this double-barrel shotgun, which indicates it might be a drilling. However, it might also just be the bullet storm ability from Payday 2 kind of returning into Payday 3. The last shotgun we see here is going to be what appears to be in the hands of the Bulldozer, an Origin 12 with a 30-round skeleton drum. This has been seen in Modern Warfare 2019, and after that it kind of blew up in popularity. Has been appearing in a lot of games and movies. We can assume it's going to behave similar to the Yzma. I don't have any footage because this is a new gun to Payday. Next we have the assault rifle category with what appears to be a Car 4 with some M-Lock forends. These look very good. Notable improvement in my opinion over Payday 2's Car 4, and I'm assuming this is a Car 4. However, it could be maybe this is Amcar modified. Who knows? It's hard to tell. Payday is kind of strange about its weapon. My hopes is that this is a Car 4 and that we're able to modify it to kind of resemble the classic Colt 733 look or that M16 look. Payday had a number of AR variants and other type of gun variants that ended up bloating the game quite a bit, and I'm hoping Payday 3 will be able to avoid that. The next gun we see is the AK-762, or what I'm assuming to be called the AK-762 as an AKM AK-47. Chains appears to be using one, showing off the physics in the engine, knocking a cop off the roof. However, we see a nice Woodstock variant later on in the heist that I'm assuming is about burning information. The last assault rifle we see is the Scar Heavy, or I'm assuming a Scar Heavy, similar to the Heavy Eagle from Payday 2. It's only seen when the Dozer is charging the player at the end of the trailer. There's an unknown weapon using this strange thermal scope. It's based off a Elcan Spectre, so a very old sight using some very kind of futuristic looking technology. I'm unsure what weapon is using this. If I had to guess, I'd say something along the lines of an M308. However, I haven't seen an M308 in the game yet, or anything along the lines of a sniper or machine gun. We'll talk about that at the end. The second last category we have here is going to be the submachine guns. The first submachine gun we see is going to be the MP7. This is shown off throughout the trailer quite a bit. It looks like it's in a stock configuration. This little funny Family Guy screenshot here shows a very nice sort of, it's a very clean, very good look to it compared to the MP7 in Payday 2, which I was not fond of. Next we see here what appears to be a Micro Uzi Pro. That this strange screenshot of the aim point acro sort of aiming got me a little confused, but that is a Micro Uzi Pro. We can see it later on. And this is likely going to be replacing something along the lines of the Mac 11, kind of behaving as the light, very high fire rate little SMG. And the last submachine gun that we know is in the game is going to be the MPX. You can see the police using it quite a bit. Here we have a screenshot of Dallas running with it, which proves that it's likely in the hands of the players. The final weapon that we can confirm is going to be the MGL, or Piglet Grenade Launcher. It's the 6-shot rotary grenade launcher, and I don't know. It looks really good. I love those explosion physics, so hopefully it's a nice gun. I wasn't confident about having Payday 3 launch with grenade launchers, but those physics look good, so I mean, I'm hoping it's fun. As for the other categories, right now we cannot confirm that they're snipers or light machine guns, so if I had to bet, I would say we're probably going to receive them in DLC format similar to Payday 2. I don't have that much of a problem with getting content in DLC format like Payday 2, as long as we're not going through maybe a battle pass in which actual functional equipment is locked off forever. I'm assuming that the game does have a saw at the very least, and this probably isn't all the weapons in the game. This is probably just a nice bundle of a couple of encounters kind of squished down into something consumable. I'm gonna guess that the Deagle, the Bernetti 9, the Judge, and then maybe some assault rifles and submachine guns we haven't seen are in the game, and they're just not in this trailer, though that's only an estimate. If there's any weapons I would like to see them add to Payday 3, probably the Baby Eagle, one of my favorite pistols from Payday 2. I would like to see burst fire weapons get included, like the Beretta 93R and maybe an AUG and 3-round burst have some sort of functionality behind burst fire. And then of course those missing categories, light machine guns and snipers, we gotta have them at some point, even though the game might not necessarily be built for it yet. Overall, between the new movement mechanics and some of the general improvements we're seeing in Payday 3 with the engine, I'm very hopeful for Payday 3. I'm hopeful it doesn't have a battle pass, and yeah. Anyway, this concludes my sort of rant about the weapons that we see in the trailer. If Payday 3 ends up being a pretty good game, I might do weapon guides if I'd like. We'll see. This comes September 21st. If you'd like to, you can leave in the comments the weapons you'd like to see in Payday 3. I can't tell you they're going to be in the game, but, you know, I give you my opinion, you might as well give me yours, so send it.